I am ready to school these children.
Gamma Trumpet 1, Gamma Trumpet 2.
Hello, hello. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you for the raid and thank you for the sub. I appreciate it very much. Oh, I feel like my mic is gonna fall off the mic stand again. Wait, I just have to do some tweaking. I feel like that is a thing that happens to me often, that it like falls off. Maybe I should examine. Okay, I think we're good. Hello! Face! Face is here. Hello Jenny, happy Toto's birthday, happy RPDR cancel day, happy raid day, happy you got your haircut this week day, and happy Friday. RPDR is cancelled? Are we not watching today? I wanna watch. Oh, I forgot to make an event. I did. Wait, let me do that now. I have not been home like all day because I've been celebrating Toto's birthday. Make one real quick. How are you guys doing? Happy almost weekend. You should be watching the finale, right? RPDR. Are we on season 10? Finale. Toto, what the fuck was that noise? I have Cam today because I'm gonna show you Toto, who's the birthday boy. Maybe we can get to finale. I'm gonna put finale in the title as like a clickbait. I'll use the sponge image again time. Blum, 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 blum. Copy, paste, copy, paste. Right. My hair is blinding. Yeah, I bleached it 2 days ago. I don't have any roots yet. It looks funny when there's like nothing. Like I look bald because my hair is the same color as my skin. So I'm just like a white blob. 5 episodes to end the season. Ooh. Okay, maybe I lied. Maybe we won't finish it today. I'm actually I have things set up for today. Let me just do this real quick. I also don't know if this is going to be the best placement for me, but we'll see. I should probably open the game first, maybe. Maybe this is fine. Let me see. So I've done this. I found this good thing. Here. It's called Excalidraw. So here we can draw and we can write. And we can try to keep track of this weird game. Yeah, this is. I think this should be better than a notepad, but I'm gonna boot up the game and stuff as well. I wish to. Let me try to do this, but it might that might fuck up the game actually also. Because I think we're gonna have to like tab in and out. Because I'm gonna have to have these on like the same monitor, but it should be fine. We'll just display capture, not game capture. Herstory. I feel like I'm... It looks like I have a hunchback when I do this, but it's just that everything behind... Oh fuck, everything behind me is black. Maybe we should not have that music on anymore. Is this very loud? This is super loud. And then we do display capture here instead, because then we can like jump back and forth to the notepad. I should probably close some things down. I'll close that one down. I'll close Discord down. The rest has to be open, I think. Can you tab backwards? Oh, but it becomes there automatically. So it's like fine. Okay, it's gonna be fine. A quick thumbs up for the boys. Of course. I want to show you Toto also, but he's eating his bone. I was thinking, is it better if we do it? Because here's the thing, I can show you this now. It says here, a woman is interviewed 7 times by the police. So there are 7 interviews. So I think I think we could just go from the... Can I only continue? Why is there no, not continue? Okay, whatever, we'll continue. Can I delete everything? And do it from the beginning? Because now I have to try to keep track of all the videos. Oh, we almost found all of them though. Because it would be nice to just have... Oh, delete user data. I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. Sorry for scratching my nose so much. I'm so used to not being on stream that like maybe I'll do like nasty things. Pick my nose and shit. I don't know. Alright, start. I deleted everything that I have made so far. Because we have to like complete... Because I don't... I wonder if the game thought that I beat it yesterday. I don't understand the story. Like, I don't feel like we solved it at all. So I know how this works now. You search murder, then you get these. So these are 3 different interviews. I understood lesser credits roll than I did. Yeah, same. I don't feel like we answered any of like the questions that we had. Let's do this. We'll start off because there's gonna be 7, right? I want to put them in order later. But we'll start off with red shirt, blue shirt, she has white a lot more, right? I should write blue t-shirt. And this, I'll call this white dress shirt, maybe. Can I? No. Okay, blue shirt is fine. What's happening? White dress shirt. Yeah, you can spam for sure. It's Toto's day today. It's Toto's day. And now we have to keep a little bit track of... We're keeping track of dates this time because we didn't do that last time and I think that was our mistake. I feel like I'm too soon big. Put further in. That's too much out. Maybe... Is it too much? Can you see the dirt in my apartment? My apartment is so filthy. Yeah, we're making conspiracy web this time. So this is on the 27th is a red shirt. 2706. You see a box? Oh yeah, I can show you by the way. Let me do this 1 second. Can I do this? It is so dirty. it's a ramp for Toto. I mean, it doesn't have the cover on. He got that for his birthday. But it's supposed to have a cover. It's just that it came like in a vacuum. So I think you have to give it a few hours to like poof, you know? How do you have more random boxes in the background than I do? I just moved in. Because I've been ordering some clothes. I've been ordering quite a few clothes. Say happy birthday. I don't use that TV. Dude, Toto's had such a great day. Toto, first we woke up, we went to the dog park, and there were tons of dogs there, and he played with all the dogs and had a great time. And then we went to the pet store, and I got him 2 toys and a bunch of treats. And then I told the guy, because I got so much stuff, he was like, oh, what a good day he's gonna have. And I'm like, yeah, it's his birthday. And then he got even more treats from the guy in the pet store for free because it was his birthday. And then we came home, and then he fell asleep, and then I went and got his ramp. So he has had a great day. I've had a stressful day, but he's had a great day. So now he's chewing on one of his bones. Anyway, this was 2706. I'm going to assume that all of them are 94, but let me know if that's not the case. So this is 0107 blue. So this is later. I'm gonna put them in order. And I think that this is the latest one. Yeah, that's like 2 days later. Sorry that this beginning part is a little boring, maybe. Alright, let's watch them. This is November Murder.
You think it's murder?
I think it's murder.
I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
So here, they know he's been murdered.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
We have to start using tags and stuff now.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person. I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
This game is so cool. That was 11:26, and this is 12. We have to. We almost have to keep a record of like all of these. At least the ones where they say something important. Here she knows that it is murder at 20:53. Of it's murder. Oh no, I added it. Fuck. You can't unadd.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
This one's important because she mentions February. Yeah, what was the time? What was the time? 14:29. Yeah, that's Swedish. Me, but it was in Feb. What does that have to do with S murder? I can't write all of these. But I added that to session, that's fine. Should we add all of them to session? How many are you allowed to add? I'll add all the ones that seem important.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
11:26. I didn't murder Simon. It doesn't have to say like everything. It just we have to put them in the right order. And here she just wants a lawyer. Let's search for sister. Now here she has the guitar. We don't have to listen to this entire song because it's annoying.
You want me to play something?
It's 14:32. 14:32. Play song on guitar.
When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister. He didn't know she had.
So she did actually say it. We weren't sure about that last time.
She knew that instant. The look on his face.
This one is getting added. This one's important. Write confession and truth here. That is at 11:58. Hannah tells Simon about Eve. Just so I know that I can search for it again.
She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone. She never calls me that.
Did we not search sister last time? Dude, we're already getting... This is good. We're already making so much progress. So this one's right after. What did she say in the beginning? We're adding that one.
She sent him out the house, kicked him out. She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone.
She never does that. Can I just like continue this text somehow? Yes. Kick. H kicked S out. Called E sister.
My sister is gone.
My sister is
She's
gone.
never coming back.
What?
sister is gone.
She's dead? 12:04. Sister is dead. No, gone. Sister's gone. She's never coming back. Oh, I thought we were gonna have to like keep track of all of these, like who's Hannah and who's Eve. But is she pretending to be Hannah in all of the Hannah ones? That's crazy. What if we do... Let's do gone again. Just gone. Oh, there's 5, okay. Oh, there are 2 blue shirts. No! Okay, but this is another one. This is 25th. So this one goes in the front. Let's do this. Uh-oh. I think why this one is like the last one. Because this one's like very confessy. There's a big gap in between here. This is probably the next one here. Blue shirt, ponytail. 25th. This might be before they know he's been murdered.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. So many things could have gone wrong.
Here's just the bruise also. I don't think this clip is super important.
No, it's okay. The other detective has just gone to get me one.
A coffee? 2052. That's before this. Am I overdoing it now? Do we have to do all this? The cop went to get me one. Coffee, tea? Or water?
They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something.
Just the 30th.
The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful.
I don't have
It was so
Mocha.
soon after
That's
my
crazy.
miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that, it was just like, fuck.
This one's important. This is about the mushroom murder. I'll tag everything. I'll call them mush murder. Just gonna have to remember that. This is also another clip. This is the 30th. So that's between here. And this is like floral shirt. 36. And she says 1555. Talks about death of parents. Oh my god, mass murder. Is your birthday total go off?
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered.
This was
We
weird
helped each
too.
other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch.
There's so much information in this one.
To make sure the alibi stuck.
I'll do confession truth in this one also, so we can find it again. This is at 12:04. Oh fuck, was it before? Oh, I didn't write the seconds. Is it before or after? I'm going to assume that this is right before. Or admits to hiding body. My mom's calling. I'll call her back later. I actually have to talk to her today. Body cleaning up. Close. Totally. But she knows. I'll call her after stream. Oh yeah, not to call on such an important day. Yeah. Please, I'm hanging out with my dog. Solving a murder mystery. Oh, this is just do cleaning up there. Okay, and then we have that one saved. Wait, did I not add it? Oh. It was this one, right?
It happened very quickly.
Yeah.
My sister is gone.
That one we have. Have we added that one to set? We have not. Okay, we can see 12:04:54. Cancel. Yeah, exactly. So that one's after. Okay. My sister's gone. This is already so good. It does, and we're just in the beginning. I'm gonna search baby. But we don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're still missing 2 interview sessions. 1340.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
We always try to get away for our holiday. I wonder if that's relevant. I'll add it. 1340. Talks about... Wait, what did it talk about? The wedding? Let me watch it again.
We spent the wedding night.
Yeah, wedding night. Talks about... wedding night in Brighton. Since then, we've always tried to get away on the holiday.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We we moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope.
$13.40. Oh, fuck, I need to look at seconds. I don't wanna. It's before or after this one? 25. This is after.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope.
What if I have to remember this one? I'm gonna not remember that one.
No. He lost the baby. Had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
It's only a few months after. 1341. This one's important. We lost the baby. Stayed at S parents' house until. You have to find the next clip here. It's 1341:12.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby.
She's Hannah here.
There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff, stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place.
Don't over too fast? Okay.
Cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
This one's also good. I'll call this one also Confession Truth, just because there's so much information in it, and we're gonna add it to the session. 2054. Says how she found the body in the cellar. And we have to also do this. We have to. This is Hannah. Wait. Why don't I just write? Well, I have a Wacom. This is presumably Hannah. This is Hannah. Pretty sure this is supposed to be Hannah. Maybe this is the only Eve one. No, blue shirt is also Eve. We know this. But I don't know if she's pretending to be Hannah here. I can't read my own handwriting. To be Hannah? I'm just gonna pretend that I understand what that says.
Yes.
2054.
Yes.
She vomits in between these.
It was a shock to him. You never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Is she pretending to be Hannah here still?
Yes. Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, you never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
No, she's pretending to be Hannah here. That's why she's saying like, oh, I wasn't sure if it was possible. Haven't told us about the baby. And then in between here, vomits, puts up hair, says she's preg. So she probably vomits after talking about the body. Needs a narrow now down baby. What if we just do pregnant?
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
I don't care too much about this interview. It's too old. Any updates? Not too many.
I got pregnant. Both our
1349. Got pregnant. Parents told us to get married. I'm starting to at least like... Things are starting to... You know, like we're starting to get a timeline of the interviews that we didn't really get last time.
Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness.
I don't have to write this one up because we already have this here. Almost spits up hair.
No. Well, yes. You found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
You said you didn't tell him. 2058. Haven't told us about the baby. What do you mean? I'll add this to session.
No. Well, yes. You found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
You have to find that other clip. 205806. It has to be before this. He found out on my birthday about Prague. Did she say that she told him?
No. Well. No. Well, yes. He found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
He found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant. This doesn't make any sense. Unless he is someone else. We'll come back to this. Let me go back to baby.
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Ah, okay. Okay. He did say. She did say. Maybe we can remove this one then. Okay. That one, we have solved that one. Let's go back to pregnant.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. But she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
Maybe we can finally... I'm gonna search Rapunzel here. Rapunzel stories. Do you think you could have played this role? I don't think so. She's doing a great job, right? Because she has to act also sometimes like she's lying. And I think that that is something that must be really hard. To act like you're telling a lie, you know what I mean? Yeah, she's doing so much with just like touching rings and doing like, you know, like she's great. She's doing amazing. I'm so excited to play like Immortality too, because that one also like almost won a bunch of awards and stuff, right? The Game Awards. This one is 21. So this is after here. We can finally start to learn a little bit about these Rapunzel things. Looks at photo of Rapunzel. Tells story of her. I think Immortality is supposed to be the same type of game, yeah. It's made by the same people. But higher budget, I think.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi.
This stuff is probably relevant.
Just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
This is important. This pin is Glasgow.
When I arrived in Glasgow...
21:06. Oh my god, I spoke Swedish, I'm sorry. 21:06. Talks about when she went to Glasgow, hit a taxi. That's important. Did I write 2106? I did. We might... 2106.55. Let's do a search for Glasgow then.
I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep. I got in the car.
2056. This is... But she hasn't put her hair up here yet. Okay, so this is... We're gonna have to do this. Drove to Glasgow, had to get away. Why doesn't she talk about it until here?
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back.
2104. I feel like she's telling these... Had some coffee and a pastry and some petrol. It's getting weird here. Are these... $2104.56. Went to Glasgow, slept in car, got petrol and pastry. I feel like this must make sense for her to say all of it. Like, why does she say so many times she has been to Glasgow? I'm gonna add this one. I got me some petrol.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, it must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
2105.55. That's his watch. Got it from Eric. That time it must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow. Then. You know what we could do? We could just fucking watch a YouTube video of someone who has already done this. Oh, we should do that either way. Like, even when we feel like we've finished it, just someone who has like the complete... Because surely you have to be able to see the full interviews. Like someone has put them in the right order. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun.
No, I think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, if it's an order, yeah, for sure, it's easier. What's the time? 21:06. What did you say?
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
What does that mean? No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning. None of the cops' questions are in this. That's why this is so difficult. Oh, there's 10 in Glasgow. Glasgow car.
It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car and drove.
She's not even talking to a cop, maybe.
A spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
I'm gonna put this under truth as well. This is interesting because it's 12 here. I think the like key to solving the mystery is inside of this interview. Because here she's given up on pretending to be Hannah. So here she like starts telling the truth. Let's watch this one again.
It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car and drove.
I don't know, the lie detector test maybe?
Keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
How should I write this out? There's so much info in this one. Drove to Glasgow, hit car, was fine but went to, I would say ER. Slept in car, called Hannah, drove back. So here she no longer pretends to be Hannah. That's important to remember. Maybe she knows she's Eve. I mean, we need to find more stuff in before here. Did I add that one? I did. Glasgow drove. Glasgow slept. Glasgow hit. want to get the other Glasgow ones. Let's do this. Called. It's 11 for this one.
Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember well I went over the river. And then there was a church there. Yeah. And I probably parked. Well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There.
Glasgow. 2105. 2105 what? 23. So in between here. It's getting crowded. It's getting so crowded. This one's in 2 parts. $21.05, like 25. Shows on map where she went in Glasgow.
No, no cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. It was this little black thing with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat for that, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
210929. This like switch the topic here now. No cats. Parents had a cat named Domino. Maybe thin person can squeeze through cat flap. Should we all go to Glasgow?
I parked up in the street. It was busy, so I had
Oh, this one's so long.
Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. But he wasn't there.
Imagine that like you are usually in the kitchen drinking tea. Like most of the time during the...
So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. Fair enough.
But isn't Doug and Eleanor the people who died? From the mushrooms? Did they die during all of the interviewing? 30... Oh, 1546. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, but did they live with them? Long talk about coming home looking for S. Did I add it? It's a new one. This one's much later. And this is part of the mush murder.
I'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed.
15:55, and this is 10 minutes earlier. Maybe this doesn't have anything to do with the mush murder, but I write mush murder anyway. To call him. This is a new one. This is a new one. This is 0107. Wait, blue shirt. $14.20. Oh, do you think she has the blue shirt under? Oh, she has the blue shirt underneath this shirt.
On the street, it was busy, so I parked down.
So she's doing the story again.
Walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left.
At the session. This one's so sissy. So that's the first. This is just the day after. Like, why would you tell the story so exactly the day after? This is sissy. 14:20. Long talk about coming home. Wearing white long sleeve shirt. I still think it is part of this though. It's supposed to throw us off. And then we can make a connection here. Call her. No. Phone. Oh, we don't have this blue one. 18th. Oh, that's early. Can I move this? Cannot. Well, that sucks. Can I zoom all of this together? Can I like... I say sissy. What do you mean? I don't say sissy. Sissy. What did I say this was? 18. Sissy. Susie. Cece. Susie. Susie. Blue long sleeve. Did I say 1806? Susie. That's so sussy.
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
Charging cradle. Should I write this one up? No, it's not relevant.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job, but he didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him.
This morning.
Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again.
But did she seen this after?
So I decided to come see you.
This one's important, I think. 1920. It's about S going missing. Dates when she contacted the police. What's my overarching theory? I don't know. Because, like, why? It's so confusing, right? Because where we are having holes currently, it's like, as far as we're concerned, the reason why Simon got murdered is because he cheated on Hannah with Eve, and that pissed Hannah off, and she like accidentally killed him when she was just gonna threaten him. But they're like trying to protect the... But Hannah is Eve. I'm like not sure that that is actually the case anymore, because she said in the end, she's like, oh, Hannah's gone. But it doesn't make any sense, because there was a clip where she was like, we decided to hide the body to protect the baby. So I guess that they decided to like together raise the baby that Eve is pregnant with. Yeah, the baby is us, exactly. And so I think that Eve is pretending to be Hannah here to buy the real Hannah time to escape from the police. So she's like pretending to be Hannah in all of the interviews. None of them is actually Hannah, but Hannah exists, I think. But I don't see how that is protecting the baby. You know? Because, I mean, Eve didn't kill anyone. So she could have just had a baby. So that's what's a little weird to me. I'm also so confused.
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
Oh, that one, but I don't know if it's relevant. That ones we've seen. There's 9 for phone, though. It's the present.
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
$13.37. Is this the blue shirt? Yeah. Not all of this isn't gonna fit. Had birthday meal, got present, mirror. I guess I didn't like the present.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror, a nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Had an argument, it wasn't about the mirror. They switch? They switch so fast what they want to talk about, the
When I
subjects.
woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake. Children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. Turned into a big
So the
argument.
baby was the argument.
Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
To Glasgow. This one's important too. 2104. Yeah, this one comes right before this one. What time was it, did I say? Yeah, 2104. Yeah, we can search takeaway. Talks about day of birthday. Had fight after dinner present about baby. Simon left. Hannah left to go to Glasgow. Yeah, these notes are intense right now. You got a lot on red shirt, 27.
About 8 years back, it was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
1422. Yeah, so she takes her shirt off here. Has taken shirt off, shows tattoo. Got it 8 years ago. Has admitted pregnancy to cops. Just so we can get like a timeline going here. This is lie detectors on this day.
Come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another.
Does she have bruised knuckles?
Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
This one's big. Confession truth. Add to session 12:03:25. Let me move some things first. 12:03:35. Admits to Hannah slitting S throat. Hannah wore Eve's wig. Should we do... Should... Let's do hit. This one up here. There's only one new one in hit. No, two.
Bruce. Oh yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. It hurt like hell.
1335 on blue shirt ponytail. This bruise just accident, fine if it fits. But this is also weird then. You know what? You know what? This ties back. This ties back to... This ties back to this. So this actually... This goes back to here. Because this bruise... But that doesn't make any sense because... No, okay, so here's the thing. Hannah got hit in the face by Simon. So Eve had to hit her in the face to pretend to be... Oh shit. To pretend to be Hannah. That's what's happening. But it's weird that the bruise does not exist here 2 days later, but she could have a bunch of makeup on. But it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually we grew tired of fighting and I left.
This is at 12. So this is here. Yeah, we have to go to wig. We also have to find the lie detector things. The thing is that, like, is she talking about... She's talking about a she here.
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually we grew tired of fighting and
This is also a bruise.
I left.
This has to be right before here. Oh no, the color. Okay, it's fine. Fought. Is fought spelled like this? I like don't. Fought with Hannah. Hit her. Left a bruise. Left. So then maybe the bruise is supposed to be from that one instead. We have to figure out what dates they're like actually talking about. Like, One was the birthday and blah blah blah. Because S went missing on a Friday. I remember that from my old notes from yesterday. It's the wig.
A wig? You mean... But what type of wig?
A wig?
No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig? This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
Hmm.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs. Parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD.
Hannah had betrayed us.
When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
This was so strange. Because it's like, is this before or after Hannah had a miscarriage? At 17. They got married at 17, so that's when she got pregnant. I guess that was she was fat and flushed, is because she got pregnant. And then she's pissed because she tried to get pregnant first, but just with some random. 11:48. Oops. Talks a lot about trying to get pregnant, etc. Got STD. I don't know if I'm even writing up the important information. Lie.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
$15.43. This is so, I have so much text. Oh god. I need to change the color back from this. 43. Saturday before birthday a week ago. We have to start trying to narrow down like when all these things are happening.
Yes. I'll take a lie detector test.
11:26. Yes, I'll take a lie detector test. But it doesn't mean she starts it there. Let's watch this instead.
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
11:26:50. Starts a lie detect test. Twist.
My name. That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
11:20. There's probably not more footage of the lie detector test. But yes. Yes and no. It's only her talking a bunch. Yes, no.
Yes, I understand my rights. No, I don't need a lawyer.
Honest. Truthfully. Detect. Detector. Promise. Really? How many do we have? Like nothing. We have to figure out also the parents' murder. There's so much. We have to like find the part here. Posture. I think that like she does the lie detector test. Everything works except her name, and then she has to admit that her name is Eve. And then she starts going on about the entire... Like, that is the catalyst for her finally admitting that, like, she is a different person. Let's see if we search Eve. Wait, let's do, first of all, the name one. Is it this one? No, this is Glasgow. Oh wait, these are my stored ones.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. After the wedding, Hannah...
Not that one. Lie.
My name. That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
11:28. 11:28 admits she lied about name, and now if we search Eve, I think the next clip will be she's like, oh yeah, my name's Eve.
My mother called me Eve.
Here we go. Exactly. 11:28:44. So that happens right after this. She admits to being Eve. And I think that every clip we find after is going to be the truth. Admits to being called Eve. It's like none of this other stuff really matters. All that much, I suppose. Unless they're married. But I want to find the other clips. Married Matt. Oh. Married Simon.
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then
Adding this one. Well, I'm gonna add truth confession. 1150. H and S still lived with parents. She had miscarriage. Like, I think that like what we want to do is we want to, oh god, what is showing me a message you posted a few weeks ago. No bully, smudge. Yeah, we need all the juice here. What should we search for? We should search for fight. This is not relevant anymore. Let's watch it.
yes, we'd fight. We fought on the beach once and I held Eve's head underwater.
It talks about Eve here.
It's around, is at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under and I kept it out. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up afterwards. It was a love-hate relationship.
So she admits to Eve existing. $15.51. So much shit. Talks about almost drowning Eve. So she admits to her existing at some point. Between here, we also have to fix some things. Love your hair. Thank you so much. Thank you. We have to do this. Let's add transparency to this. We want to... We have to find all the shit in between. Oh god, I'm on the... All the shit in between here. I want to know about when she admits to Eve existing here, and then also the death of the parents. Like, I don't understand, Because the parents have also been murdered, right? We don't know anything about the parents. Let's do kill. Yeah, it could be a red herring.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork from them all, passports, diaries, gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there.
Moth.
Left the light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
That one's so weird. Like, what does that even mean? 11:47. It happens between here when she goes over his childhood. Oh my god, the colors. Hello? Oh yeah, opacity. 37 talks about big dollhouse and moth. Should I even watch these anymore?
What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
I don't think this other stuff matters.
I mean, what if they were crazy? You hear about these crazy people all the time. I mean, why would anyone who knew Simon want to kill him?
I just don't get it. So no work in my job right now unless I can help figure out the murder. This is difficult. This is really... I feel like what we want to do is we want to just try to find words that will get us more stuff here. It's not super important, I think, the whole childhood thing here. From the moment, like from them meeting Simon, I think, and onwards. Also, these don't work anymore because I moved them down here. Let's search mirror. But I don't care about these ones. Well, let's watch them anyway.
My name is Hannah.
It's a palindrome. It reads almost the same as in the mirror.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. The mirror.
It would, yeah.
I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
You did it? Okay, we solved it.
Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good.
Throat. Here's something.
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut. There was a lot of blood.
I have been caught. There's so much blood.
Yeah, he was dead.
Truth. Why do I have two meta tags for this? Add as a shown. Okay, 1202. This one at least gives us a little bit. So this is like right when she comes back here, then I suppose from Glasgow. 2. It was around 3. Found as dead in living room. Throat cut, so much blood. I wonder if this one comes like right after then maybe. Mm. 1202, 1147, 12. I want more 12s. It's 1203.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier.
And that was the tipping point.
That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
But how does this, what does this have to do with the baby? We really like protect the baby. 1142. This is not going to be super relevant, I think.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum's bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them.
Protect pieces of paper. I'm still gonna add this one though because it's a part of big everything else. I'm gonna search the baby, cause then maybe they're talking about like the baby. Fuck. How do I narrow down the baby? Gonna do the baby with these things then. No. Let's search Sarah. The baby.
Good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby.
The baby's right there. Why didn't it show up?
Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Name. Here's this one.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
That's where she fucks it up. What could we do? Run away. Let's search the blood search is good. 1202. This is 1202. Yeah, this one's gonna be good. Yeah, this one's gonna be really good.
She was sat behind him. She had my wig on. And she'd been there all day. And she had blood on her. And she was in shock.
I hate this song because it's like way too happy. 12:02. This should be right between here. I always press the wrong one. Two. Each had been sitting there all day. Had my wig on, covered in blood. Oh, not the song argument again. All type of music, I call it a song. Even though it says not singing. It could technically not be more things in between here. This is Cellar. Thanks, book.
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. Only worse, obviously. I don't know.
This is her story, and what a story.
He sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation.
She says that so happy. It's gonna be a boy. It's gonna be a cremation. So excited. So Eddie. Okay, how can we find more things here? What did we learn today? We figured a lot out. Look at all of this. Oh my god, my camera is in the middle of the most important part. I could like move myself down into like the corner. If I'm like over here where no one cares about this stuff. Take my subs with me. All of them? Oh yeah, that's true. I can have them up here. No one cares about this. Because this is like the important part. It's right here. This is what we're trying to find. Okay, so here's what we have. This is what has been going on. Hannah and Simon. Hannah wants to tell Simon about Eve. Probably because she's pregnant. They have a big fight. Hannah kicks Simon out. Eve is like, oh, fuck you guys, and she leaves for Glasgow. And when she comes back the next day, after sleeping in her car, Hannah has murdered Simon because they had this big argument. No, but the reason why they fought is because Simon had an affair with Eve. Hannah found out. Hannah pretends to be Eve. to see if it was actually true that they had an affair, and it was true because Simon was like, oh, I've got you a nice mirror I made and I want to be with you and you're great. And so she kills him. Then Eve comes back from Glasgow. She finds Hannah and the body of Simon, and in order to protect the baby, they hide him. They hide him so he will be found later. Because Hannah killed him, she leaves. She goes far away. And Eve pretends to be Hannah and goes to the cops and are like, oh, my husband's missing. What's going on? Because she's like buying the real Hannah time. But I also don't see how that is protecting the baby, because the baby isn't Eve. And like Eve is going to jail. Maybe they thought they could get away with it if it weren't for those darn kids. Yeah, I think it's confirmed that there are two different people. How? Yeah, how? How? I don't know. Because, I mean, we don't have the real Hannah. And it's also the mushroom murder of the parents. It's the mushroom murder of the parent. There was no baby, but we are the baby. The mushroom beast is full cap. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Okay, well, let's find some more stuff. Hiding in the cellar BS is true though. What if they killed Simon, they hide him in the basement where his dad is growing the caps? I mean, the mushrooms. And because he's dead, the mushrooms become death caps. And they think that they're eating regular mushrooms, but they've been poisoned by the dead body in the basement, and so they die. Where do death caps come from? There has to be a reason where they hide the body in the basement and then he grows the mushrooms in the basement. But I don't know, like, when did the parents die? That's it, like the timeline is weird also. Like, when did the parents pass away? Oh my god, you think that? No, remember when they said that, like, oh, they're living with Simon's parents and that sucks because then Eve can't live with them. And so do you think that they killed their own parents so they could inherit the house? So that they could all live together? Eve killed the parents. Yeah, I think that they killed the parents to get the house so they could all live together. That makes sense. I mean, it could have been Eve or Hannah, or both if they are the same person. He was born to protect Hannah from the good. It could be something like that, it could. But there would be no point in killing the parents if it wasn't to be able to live with Hannah. Because then what is the motive to kill the parents with mushrooms? You know? It's time to search for death caps.
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed. Was still pretty sick of the STD.
So she's 17 here.
And I came down one morning and they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognize them. And there's no way he would have picked death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
This is about the Mush murder. 11:57. Um, 11:57. Wait, was that the right time? 11:57. Move. Well, it should still be here. Talks about finding dead parents. Yeah, feel free to help, like, you feel free to help me brainstorm here and stuff like that. That's completely fine. This comes a lot later. We have to separate these a little bit. And then this is just also about the death caps.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe.
Mushroom.
No. The whole thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
She talks about finding Simon's body in the bags. And she mentions that when the parents lived there, that's where he kept the... So that doesn't happen at the same time. They died before the body. Or they at least died before they confessed to the body being there. But I mean, the parents must have died way early. So what I'm trying to say is that the mushroom could not have turned into death caps because of the corpse. I think we can skip that theory. Let's do parents. Let's do parents dead. 11:29. Oh, this is all the way over here. Okay.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Yeah, if it's BS. It's BS. Like I'm on board with what you guys are saying, that she has just made Eve up. But it doesn't make any sense then, like, why she killed Simon. I mean, no, because I mean, honestly, she can, like, I mean, if you're a woman and then you pretend to be another woman and your husband cheats on you with your fake woman, that's still cheating, so that could still have pissed her off. Yeah, and exactly, and Eve is very real to her, yeah. But we still have to figure out why she killed, in that case, her own parents. And if there's a way for us to completely debunk Glasgow. Because then obviously she never went to Glasgow. But she's already given stories that don't work together. Because during all the different interviews, she has altered the Glasgow story a little bit. So I don't know if that's supposed to be enough for us to sort of realize that that one's fake. Parents is so long. There's so many parents.
Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. Miscarriage and then my parents.
Do you think it's the miscarriage that sort of fucked her in the head?
I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back, me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
What if it's my parents' house? Here's something. 11:56. It's gonna be between here.
After the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house, to our parents' house, to their house. So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people. He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing.
Yeah, this is about the cheating thing. I'm gonna have to write it up. I will do truth confession here as well. I don't know what to search for to get more info on the parents. Maybe we have to go for Domino.
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden. And we used to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we could send them to each other. Mum found some of the notes once and She thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical. And we had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
Cat.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book, the knock code, something prisoners of war would use. We'd tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor.
Yeah, I want to translate this, but like I don't have.
Dad thought we had mice, but they couldn't find any. Bought a cat anyway.
And then she talks about Domino. Fucking mushrooms, man. Let's try to find more about like the first time she met Simon.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous, didn't want to share. Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had the one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me. But that was it. We didn't want another card in our hands, and the Ouija board had said,
My fair lady.
Word Angita gifted a tier 1 sub
after
to
that,
Nums.
it was Hannah's
They have given
turn.
137
She
gift
said
subs in the channel.
Gordon, thank you so much for the gift at the Noms. I appreciate it.
She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
I hate that I made these tags. Let's search for... Ah, so she made up the thing with the hairbrush. I can't get over the hairbrush thing. Yeah, knock code doesn't give anything. There's one more with knocks in it, but it doesn't come up when you search this. And code also doesn't give anything. But she does not. She knocks when she says Eve. Here. This is important. 15:53. We can finish watching it. Here, 15:53. Yeah, so here, remember she told this story about Eve. Fuck! She told this story about how she almost drowned Eve. And then she regrets name-dropping Eve. She regrets name-dropping Eve here. Because now she's like, oh, fuck. I didn't have to, like, start doing that, you know? There was something I wanted to search for. I'll add that one because it's important. So she mentions Eve more here.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes. A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Oh, so she has had Eve for longer than the pregnancy thing then. I mean, unless she has also made these stories up later. Search for dog and was the mom's name Eleanor?
No. 1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring and my parents died in the summer.
Okay, so they died 10 years prior.
It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
Wait, we'll have to... Mush murder.
I hoover, I dust every week. Maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day. Ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases.
Wait, Doug and Eleanor are Simon's parents?
Cigarettes inside.
Oh wait, that's not their parents.
And last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack.
Subject back in. Yeah, this game is super cool. I'm gonna play Immortality after this. I'm hooked on this now.
Still has a secret like that.
Yeah, I think Doug and Eleanor are Simon's parents.
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried.
I
I'm sorry.
got them mixed up. They're still alive.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us, there's always been pressure.
What if we... Let's search expert. Let's search... Eat. Food.
No, not drugs. I mean, he drinks.
It's not actual TOS? Okay, that's good. You can stream it.
Pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem. At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I don't know.
Mush murder. I feel so bad for Simon because we're just like, oh, we never care about his murder. We only care about everything else that's going on. Dead.
That's all that matters, really. The baby. Simon's dead, but the baby, that's how he will live on. our baby.
Mm-hmm.
You're reaching here. And I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
Why are you so obsessed with sex and
It's
affairs?
supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford. Rehearse.
Rehearsed?
If you ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence?
This is another interview.
Of course I thought about what happened then. It's all I thought about. My husband is dead.
This is from 0207. It's between here. Dude, my notes are insane. Black shirt. 0207. Can we just move everything a little bit? This is still like not super relevant, I think. 1419. Where's that one? Rehearsed. But yeah, they're calling her out. Because she said these things that were like the exact same, right? So she probably got called back in. And that's when they're probably like, oh, we wanted to do a lie detector test because you're sussy. And then everything breaks apart here. Let's search return, like return home from Glasgow. Oh, no, nahe. Go home. 11:42. It's early here, but whatever, it's fine.
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that. My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
Let's write this in here as well, but it's not super relevant, I suppose. Did I search for affair? Did I search cheat? 11:44. This could be good.
Mum and Dad never knew what was going on. We got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at.
What happens if we search like dad? What if we do like dad Simon? Father. Mother. 11:20. This is also early, but
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to hear the story? It's a real life fairy tale.
so this is where she starts telling everything, right? Let's see. Truth. Confession. Honestly, we haven't searched things like murderer. Culprit. Bad guy. Maybe just bad. 11:42.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
We have to circle back to the important parts here. 'Cause she's just talking about a lot of shit right here. There was a line reference to old bad guy and guilty gear and I wanted to throw my headphones across the room. Let's see. Could be. Maybe it's time we try to find more stuff about Simon again. Let's do like Simon. This is early. Let's do like Simon Love. Let's do Simon Fight. Let's do Simon. Hannah. 11:45.
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything.
Close resolving. I feel like it's coming together a little bit, right? It's still the mushroom death is weird.
She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush.
She's a better. Yeah, exactly.
My virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult.
Oh no, is this a story?
When I was with Carl, we would have sex.
Is she in Portsmouth?
She was a virgin. She had lots of excuses.
Glasgow sucks. That's why she never went.
That's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze.
This line is so insane, yeah.
We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
Yeah, this one is so wild. Truth, confession, bruh. Do we know why they were sister trapping? No, so what we're thinking right now is that there is only one. There is only Hannah, and she has a fake personality that is Eve. To sort of deal with things in life, I suppose. And she has killed Simon. Because she faked Eve. So Simon cheated on Hannah with Eve. And that made her angry. But we're still figuring out why the parents are dead. Maybe what if we search like a house? Like, is it just that they wanted a house?
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
But you cannot drive.
I wasn't in the house.
Because now we no longer have a motive. Because what we thought earlier is that they killed their parents so that they could get the house and so that Eve could live secretly with Hannah and Simon. But because they're the same person, that doesn't work anymore unless she was so insane that she was like, no, she is real, she is gonna live in the attic. And we need the house. But I feel like that is a little bit of a reach. There should at least be a clip, I think,
a huge ceiling
that explains it more.
real leather, I think.
Did she just really, really want a dollhouse?
Business cards, receipts, lottery tickets. Always carries it in his back pocket. I think that's why he's got a bad back. Offsets the discs.
Was it her parents or was it Simon's parents who were like, you have to get married because you're pregnant?
He always takes it out of his back pocket before when he comes in, if he's in the house.
I wonder if that's relevant.
He was wearing a shirt,
He was not shirtless.
a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
More things come up with house. 19 for house. We could do attic.
She recognised me from the window. She told me to come inside.
This is also so early though.
They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
Truth confession. I mean, these aren't even truths or confessions. But whatever. Alright, let's do the search again. It's important. Oh, but it doesn't give us any new.
No.
No.
I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in church once. It's stupid.
It's illegal against God.
So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Mm-hmm.
No! You're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys. So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 3
Fairly
years of
average.
marriage. Are you married? How is your sex life? Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
Why am I watching them like from back to front? I'm getting them in the wrong order. What's there more on that? I want more on attic. Sleep attic.
It lasted about 6 months.
What did?
I tried to carry on, but everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others. the rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird in a way it hadn't been before.
Do you think that she... I mean, since she thought Eva's real, you think that they like actually like fought, like Hannah tried to like become normal and have only one person inside of her? But then in her mind, that pisses Eve off. Like, can you even, like, multiple personality disorder, does it work like that? Is it like in Split? Yeah, I'm not calling it Final enough to speak on that either. I feel like it's a very... I mean, it might work like that in this video game though, you know? Let's word throw up, because the parents threw up, right? Oh, we've seen them. Vomit. No. What's vomit in British English? Sick. Oh, we've seen them though. It's just like bed. They died on the bed. They have upset little tummy.
I sleep on the right side of the bed as you come in from the door. You can tell because I have 2 pillows and he just has 1.
I have like 4 pillows and William has 1 pillow. Because the rest are mine. Oh, it's down here. 7 for bed. You had a sick, mate. Tommy's on a bit of a madness. Let's do Eric. But I mean, it's not... Is he relevant anymore? I mean, let's just watch the ones we haven't watched.
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
I miss Simon had an affair with Eric arc. Those were simpler times, right? Yeah. Like yesterday.
That would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one.
We should search conference.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
No, you can chit chat. We can finish the game now. I was gonna do conference.
There was a conference, something to do with double glazing, in Oxford.
Flipped it on the highway. No, why?
Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference?
He had an affair with you.
I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
Chat room, would you go to a double glazing conference in Oxford? Let's do like rich, poor, money.
If you put me on You've Been Framed, I want the money.
She's scary sometimes.
Everyone loved Simon.
No, everyone loved Simon.
Money. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Sure, I think. I do all the bills and paperwork and handle all the money stuff, so it should be easy for me to find. Do you want them dropped off to you?
You think like life insurance on the parents maybe, because they don't seem to have that much money? No. I'm trying to figure out like what we have to learn about their parents. We have to narrow it down. That's so difficult. Parents work. Parents job. Parents marriage. Yeah, he was a mushroom expert as a job. Parents dead. Maybe I don't have to do the thing in between. Parents' house. Parents' home. Fungus. Rot? Mold? What about like cops? Police?
When will the police let me back in the house? They let me take a bag of clothes with me, but...
A bag of clothes? I'm not getting in more on the fucking parent. The problem is like maybe we can't figure out the parents thing, because I don't think that in any interview she like actually says like anything about them. We don't know. We only know Simon's parents' names, and they're alive. Doug and Diane or something. Because there's like, yeah, family is a good one. Ooh, struck gold.
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers.
Florence is the midwife who took Eve and raised Eve as her own. But it's just made up, right?
I guess I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s.
You're a widow from your 20s, probably.
I mean, I guess it was different then.
Because you murdered your husband.
She felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
We're adding that as a part at least to the other one. This is right after.
No. It was just me and her.
I was raised by my evil stepmother.
They were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl.
That's how that works.
It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread. Maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Is it hard to remember what happened last week, huh? Did you know that I might be getting it mixed up, but did you know that that female sperm live longer than male sperm? And so it's more like male sperm, apparently it's like faster but dies easier. X or Y carrying sperm. Yeah, and female sperm women don't produce sperm. True, yeah. But the sperm that would become girls like live longer and is slower. And so if you have really good sex and the girls like real, like the woman is like really into it and lubed up and everything, it's an increased chance of having a boy. So for anyone who has a girl, a daughter, they had bad sex. This is science.
Family. So Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
Your family's 3 sons? No girls.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything though, I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
How many for a family though? 6. What about child? Well, let's just watch all of them so we get them in there.
We were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them.
He's an only
It was what
child.
they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's.
Eddie, if we used UV light on your hands right now,
There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to
would
carry
you be
out
able to
the
swear on $1 million that there is no sperm on your hands?
Yes, I read a lot as a child. And
Yeah, we
watched
could
lots of
search
TV,
wedding.
and then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories.
I think I searched sperm last time. We can do sperm in wedding. I don't think anything came for sperm. Oh, there's one for sperm. 11:57. This is good. It's right before here. Oh yeah, it's because he has the super sperm.
I think it was that time.
I don't want to search Harvard.
The first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm.
He would have been a boy.
And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
Truth confession. We got the chit chat, which means that we can like send it in and finish the game again. But we still don't know about the. I wanted to search ghosts because remember I talked about the Ouija board, ghost, dead, board.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon.
What a sign! It's so crazy.
To her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Wow, good spot. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Am I having a... You sure? Dream. 11:54. This is between here.
He saw me
You
sing
just have to sit on
one
peace.
of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming.
The tattoo thing is weird though. Because if they're the same person, then obviously Simon would know. Do you think she made up that he cheated as well? So they just legit killed him? She just legit killed him? Oh, did I write it bad? Okay, well, whatever. It was this one, right? Oh yeah, I did. Oh my god, I'm doing it again. Ah! I'm losing my goddamn mind. Body.
Can you imagine? I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill. I mean, how could we stay the same now? Felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
Body. How much for body? 6.
His body didn't look real. And his throat. It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. There's these thick glasses. He doesn't always wear them.
Do you think that... What if we do abortion? Abort. Get rid of... Like, do you think that Simon, like, didn't want the baby and so she killed him to get to keep the baby? Abandon. Adopt. Because I mean, there has to be a reason. Like, all she wants is, all that she wants is another baby. And but it's like, because what they said in the end, right, is that like, we did it to protect the baby. So in some way, Simon must have been a threat to the baby, and I wonder if the parents also were like that. You know? Did the baby learn the Morse code? I don't know. The father is the hairbrush. Pissed Simon off. Do we have to search for the brush? I don't want to do it. Oh, there is a new one. Let's see.
Well, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror and he gave it to me.
I mean, they could just be fucking crazy, you know? Like maybe they don't have a reason. Who?
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the
I think I searched Motiva, we can try it again.
Games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed.
What if I'm also her? Yeah, what if we're all just her? No. Gaslight. I want to search for pressure. It said pressure once. We're under so much pressure. She said that here.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us, there's always been pressure.
It's never been just been the two of us. Alone. Together.
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
What if we do like mental, like illness? Head. Someone said depression, right? I never searched for it. Sad. So many sad. But these are just the stories of the princess stories, right? Yeah, therapy was good. No. Help? Not for help.
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. We could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over, and that just makes it worse. We're both passive aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything. Diana's really
Can two
nice.
passive aggressive people be together? That has to be the worst.
They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
It's most relationships.
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl.
So stressful to visit them.
To make sense of my day.
It's like in movies when like a kid like goes home to his like white friend's family, and there's always passive aggressive vibe in the air at like dinner. It's all like the parents hate each other. We searched diary yesterday. I've not done it today. I think this is a good one.
When I was 8, mother died.
That's why in Sweden, because there are a lot of white people here, whenever you invite a friend, they don't eat dinner with you. They sit in your room and wait. Sweden gate.
So I burned the diary that day and I left. Walked out and across the street.
Wait, we have to... I hate that I call them this.
It just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. We would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them. We have to get back to the parents. We have to get back to Simon. But how? What if we do like keep baby? Bapt. I've seen it. Pregnancy. I just feel like we have so much. They say that like, oh, are you done? Like we can be done now. Okay, but can we just decide? Should we just pregnant? But we could start son and daughter. That's true. We could decide on a theory and then watch a video. Mom, dad. Mom, dad. Mother, father. Because, well, let's see. Let me try first to find a video and see how long it is. Because I can only stream it for 1 more hour. If it's a very long video, I mean, it can't be an hour. Let me just find one. And we'll keep going until then. Her story explained. The story in full. Oh, it's only 10 minutes. So that's fine. We can keep going. Because I want to see if like... What? No, I'm not flushing. No, but we can finish this now. But I want to like... I want to see if our theory holds. But there's still too many holes in our theory. Why are the parents dead? Murdered by death caps. From the cellar. I want to search bag. Z. Simon bag. Still has some. Maybe I can just leave all these open. Love. Cute. You must love them very much.
Oh, that's their
What age
cops'
is that?
children.
No. I mean, he was... Everyone loves Simon. He was so nice to everyone. He loves me. Thanks. Please find Simon. I love him so much.
You killed him, you bitch! Let us search for clothes. Let us search for coat. Let us search for night.
I didn't. I slept in the car. I left about 9 that night.
Glasgow isn't real.
I wasn't there.
You haven't been. There's 10 for night though, that's interesting. Night up.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull our hands to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. But she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snapped a frozen piece up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies was synchronized anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
I'm so tired of writing this. Let's go look more into Carl.
Was he my first? No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit. But he was sexy. We were 15.
Is she being Eve here? Is she just like trying to be here? Cause she's so not pretending to be Hannah. Oh yeah, we have to do the coffee.
A black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Yeah, but it's because I haven't been watching all of them because I've been like trying to just grind the last
I've had
interview.
enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water. Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar. A black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
She 1917. I think she's switching during this interview. Do you think she's switching personalities in the middle of this interview? Because here she wants milk and sugar, and here she just wants black coffee in the evening. Yeah, you can't switch mid. How am I supposed to know? Fuck, I have like no notes on this. Yeah, exactly. Coffee while pregnant too. Because she said she can have one a day. Like, you can have one coffee a day. Yeah, or something like that. But here she's drinking a lot of coffee. When was it she asked, is this the water one?
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over.
It's not this one. Search cup, and we can find it again. Was it like this one?
Okay.
Not.
I parked up on the street.
No, that's the long one.
Okay. I parked up on the street.
Fuck. Okay, well, you have to watch all these anyway.
Maybe a fresh cup of tea?
Just drink tea.
A cup of tea would be good, thanks. Just 1 sugar. Could I have a cup of tea?
Tea. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Exactly, Psych. That's what I want to watch. I want to watch that before we finish the stream. Did we ever do a sex search? We did. Let's do the fuck search, because that's when she spills it.
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
This is the only thing she has acted badly, is how she's spilling this cup.
At least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
Like she's just dropping it on herself. Oh, wait, do you think she's dropping it on herself on purpose? On purpose?
No, I'm okay.
So she can go switch her shirt.
Are you arresting me? No. Fuck off.
Fuck off. Back off.
Can I leave? Are you going to arrest me? No. They'd laugh you out of the building. A lawyer would make mincemeat of you.
Spill. Okay.
Okay. I'll try my best to remember. Okay. I've given blood before. Do you need to take that for your records? Okay. So you want to eliminate me as a suspect? Okay. Sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories.
I'm starting to think, what if there are more than 2? What if she's doing more than 2? What, lawyer?
Yes. No lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for?
Arrest?
Like I said, I think I was popping out.
She's Simon too, and her parents.
Had to grab something. I sometimes drive too fast. If you want, you can arrest me for that.
I sometimes drive too fast. Uh-huh.
This is a nicer room.
Oh, this is when she arrives.
Is this where you take people when it's time to arrest them?
That's the start of that one. I'm gonna stop writing these.
Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
Oh! Wait, 12:05:03. That's the last thing she says here. Can you arrest someone that doesn't exist? What about exist?
So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
What if we do like history? What if we do her story? You already seen that one though. Oh my god, I can't spell.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip.
Because there's a scar.
Some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off with the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
Why does it need them when reading a menu but not when reading a book? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
It's an apple and a snake. Twin.
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
I guess because her name is Eve. It's just that though.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
Skateparkig.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Skateparkig. What were some searches we did yesterday that were good? Corpse. Cremation. Cremate. Cremation. Cremation. Cremation.
Yes, it was a cremation for the best. We both wore black and had veils, so it was easy. And after the funeral, everyone came back to the house. Hanny served up sandwiches.
Oh, I would love a sandwich right now. Funeral. Let's go. Let's do February, because I talked about February once.
Well, I don't know. I probably had to pop out and get something, that's why I was speeding. And that wouldn't have been noted on my timesheet. But I really can't remember back to February.
She was speeding in February. God, my mom, I really need to talk to my mom, but I also need to solve this mystery. Oh yeah, I started 1 hour late. I was so late today. I have to end soon. Should we decide on a theory and then watch the video? Just to see if our theory is right. Let's answer the call and stream. Okay, I guess I can do that. Okay, I'll call her back. I'll call her back. We'll do a quick break. I'll just mute myself and call her. 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. My mom's so cute because she's like, "Oh, are you streaming?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And she's like, "Okay, I won't be long." And then blah 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 blah. But I had to talk to her because we've been talking about maybe seeing each other. But she had gotten sick, so we won't be seeing each other this weekend. Is it since we're already a little bit on a break? Can I just super quickly run to the bathroom before we continue? Because I really have to go. And then I didn't want to talk on the phone while also using the bathroom. So 1 second. Alright, I'm back. See you, Shanglo. See you. Oh, this game's great. I had an epiphany in the bathroom. That's where you have them. I'm thinking like, because we haven't gone deep enough into like why did she get split personality disorder? Like, did she have some sort of a trauma? I'm thinking maybe she was like abused by her parents, and that's why she killed the parents. You know, like it could come way back. Maybe that's why she like really wanted to. She was really into stories and stuff like that. Have we tried searching trauma? Violence. Violent. This is one that we've seen, right? Traumatic. Let's do like problem. Maybe something. Oh god. It's a Swedish problem. Problem. We were at this point when I showed up. Oh, I forgot. My memory is not good. Hate. Let's do desire. Let's do envy. Envious. Let's do think. It's a new one at least. We could just throw out any word.
Spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said.
The thing is that like
He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
he will never, I mean she will never like actually say like this or this happened to me. Because that's why she made her. Helen is she works in the bar.
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
What if we do like drunk? Alcohol. Drink. Beer. Wine. Medicine. Drug. I can't even find any. No Bev. We're in England. I won't say Bev. Tar? We're not in Finland. Julmust. Must is an actual word though, so we could get some of the pub clips.
To run off or do anything crazy.
Must.
Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident.
Did we ever search accident?
So what do we do next? I mean, I don't know. Something must have happened to him on his way home. He could be hurt. I mean, why hasn't he phoned? I don't know.
Hurt.
Suicide? No. I mean, he would never do anything like that. He is not the kind of person to do.
We didn't even ponder the idea of suicide.
Hurt someone? Yes. But everyone thinks that from time to time, right? You just want to lash out.
Good lashing. Let's try suicide, but I mean, I don't think it's the... We have to get back somehow to the parents, but I mean, it's gonna be hidden between the lines, right? We're missing so many clips. How did I find so many clips last time? Let's just say a super regular normal word like listen. It's a new one.
No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
Okay. Memories is good. Memory. Remember. It's too many for that one, probably 11. Aggressive. Background. Past. Childhood.
Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
I wonder if these are these all in order, right? So we can sort of figure out where we're missing. I feel like they might be. Did it? Oh, we solved it.
Okay. She's being chased. They're trying to catch her because she did something bad. I guess she broke the rules. Or maybe they think she did something bad. Maybe it wasn't her fault. She looks scared.
Like there's so much in these ones where she looks at the photos. There's so much info there.
Today? I don't know.
I'm gonna add.
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff.
Messed it up with all
Do
the
you need to do that
Rapunzel.
again? Yes. This
It's
is
the
it.
mirror, right?
He made it himself. It was a special one-off. He made it. and decorated it. That's his thing. Where did you find it?
Evidence. Oh no, we're gonna have to listen to the song again.
Okay. Here's the rest. Laid a body on the dock tonight. Oh, wind and the rain. Till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
The song is so long.
And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made fiddle pegs of her finger bows. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made fiddle pegs from her finger bows. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone. Oh, the wind and rain. The sound could pierce a heart of stone. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that the fiddle could play was oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
If you put on a wig, do you think that you could seduce your partner without them knowing it's you? A wig and a fake tattoo. Yes, because you don't have any hair. Bones, rain. Wind and rain. Fiddle. Drown. Cut. Friend.
No, he was a shy.
No wig could fit on in his head. You could put a wig on your wig. Not on your wig, on your hair.
We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Whiskey Business.
What's up,
I
Mento?
had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting
What's a whisper?
teeth.
I asked that last time. I've searched wig 1,000 times.
Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. It would be too sad. Not right now. I'm staying at a friend's.
Any UKers in the chat room want to tell me what a whisper is? Yes, this is only like 2 days old. Went to school once anyway, got bodied by the alt-right shamers. They're bodying themselves, Gordon. Fuck them. Yeah, it's so, I like it when, as when you get from the hairdresser, it's so like, the tone is so cold. Then the more you shower, the more yellow it becomes and you cry. Let's search for guts. Fuck. Let's search for, give me like deaf words that are like murder words. Fiddle. I already tried fiddle. We could try to narrow down wig. Because wig is 7. But I mean, it's possible we have the other wigs. We could try to narrow down Simon because we have so much Simon. Oh, what is Simon we haven't even watched?
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build, He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it.
William's beard also is ginger.
Not with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
She seems awfully like happy and stuff here. Haven't you like just lost your man here? Yeah, he's just like gone missing here.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess. That kind of thing.
Let's search computer. Game. Story.
Yes, like a story. A beginning, a middle, and an end.
These parts are so important. But I have become too lazy to write it in my conspiracy Excalibur.
Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. And he's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die. It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure how it ends.
Fantasy. Imagination. Fairy. Dairy.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children.
Just a good one.
Those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour? And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other
Toto,
boys.
come,
Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship.
come.
Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. Yeah.
We should search boy and man. And men and boys.
Look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
She's so into princes and princesses. I like how Toto also just completely ignored me.
He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life.
It's his birthday, he can do what he wants.
We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can.
Man. Man. Boy.
I wouldn't say that. It could be passionate. It's just, it was more than that. It wasn't just sex like I had been with the other boys.
Jaha. Relationship. Boyfriend. It was a good one. It's a good time.
I told her it was one of my boyfriends, someone I had met in the bar. I think she was happy. But I could tell she was thinking, why couldn't it happen to her and Simon?
Or about the pregnancy.
Ones with the real life. Why not them?
Search real. Oh, wait, I have to save that one. How did I find so many clips last time? I'm not finding any clips now. Photo. Oh my fucking god, I have to end the stream, dude. It's RPDR. I have to walk the dog before. Okay, you know what? Guys, I'm sorry. We're watching this video. My theory. Let's see if it's correct. My theory is large. My theory is large. It's not flushing. This is the second time I'm playing this game. Hannah and Eve are the same person. Oh, I figured it out. Hannah told Simon about Eve. Simon went, "What the fuck? My wife is insane." Hannah killed him so she could have the baby. Because otherwise she would be in a mental institution. Can we not continue this another time and then just start immortality? But I have to know, it's been 2 days. And then we can do immortality for real. The parents. Hannah killed the parents because she wanted the house. I would have to wait the entire weekend. But you want to do immortality? I'm gonna do it first. We've learned so much more today compared to yesterday. This is like the full picture. I can't watch you boot it up because I'm gonna boot it up. Less of a grip. Fine, we'll see. Oh, fuck. We'll try again next week, I suppose. You know, this game is supposed to be like 2 hours long. We played this for like 8 hours. Anywho, I have to turn off because I have to walk the dog. We got an Excel sheet. I was thinking something that we could do. No, whatever, this is fine. It's fine. There were so many new ones.
Fine. I've never had my fingerprints taken before. I once put my hand on the oven. Oh, tastes fine to me. As long as it's black and strong, I'm good.
Coffee? So here's another. So does she also. This is important though. I think that we're supposed to guess where she is mentally based on the coffee. So here she drinks black coffee. On red shirt. I was gonna write black seed to not have to write out coffee, but let's not do that. Black coffee. Where else? Who was it else It was floral shirt was also only black coffee, I think. I'm pretty sure. But then I cannot remember the shirt where she had milk and sugar.
She's crying, I guess. She's sad because she thought she saw her husband with another woman. But it's okay, because she finds out it wasn't her husband, it was his brother. And so it's fine.
These are important. These are so important. I'm just gonna like all of them where she's wearing the red one. We have to dig deeper into the red one, and we have to find a lot more about the black shirt. Rehearsed? That's the only thing I wrote up. But the good stuff is here. The good stuff is in here. But the floral shirt talks a bit about the parents, I think. Yeah. But the red shirt has so much good stuff in it. Alright. We're saving this. Have you tried Insane? Crazy? She has said crazy a few times, but... Alright, we're leaving it here then, since apparently everything I stopped playing is flushed. I still think my theory kind of holds. It's just we don't have... It's a bit vague with the parents. It's too vague with the parents still. We have to find out what's going on there. We're missing so many clips on this one though, it's crazy. Let me also just get fingerprints, because I know that there are videos in there.
Fingerprints. Yes. Yeah. I would have cleaned them. I changed the sheets too. Were the fingerprints in all those places?
Doki Doki Literature Club. I heard that one's supposed to be good.
Parents' fingerprints. I'm not sure how long they last for, but is that possible? Really?
This is the back shirt.
Go on then. Take the cup. Run your fingerprints. They'll match.
Fucking idiot. Idiot. Okay, no, we have to actually stop now. We have to actually stop now. Refresh. I have to manually press refresh. We have so many. We have so many clips, dude. I didn't know. I think when you have it open, you have to click refresh, but I never had it open all the time before. We're missing so much here. Is this just the last one that you have or the one that you're on? But if I just do like Simon, is it gonna move? Like if I'm on this? No, it's not gonna move. We're missing so like a whole almost interview here, it feels like. I have to find this. Yeah, we're missing a lot less though. I thought so. I was like, we're getting nowhere, dude. Alright, okay. Yeah, exactly. We need to, like, if we can identify, like, this clip, at least so we can find out, like, what clothes and stuff she's wearing. I mean, it's possible that, like, it goes here and then a new one starts here or something. But at least we know we're missing, like, a huge part here. Alright, we're continuing this next stream. It's Friday, so next stream is on Monday. But I don't know. Maybe we'll do a weekend boot up if I feel like it. I have a lot of work to do though, so it's probably gonna be Monday. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, seeing this now, it's like, okay, fine. We'll figure it out. I'm closing down this YouTube search right now. Yeah, no flush. We'll get it next time. I hope I can save this my whiteboard. Alright, thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it very much. I will see you again Monday. And if I stream this weekend, I'll let you know in the Discord. Thank you so much for helping out with this. It is fun. Like, I love like mystery games with chat. It's great. I'm gonna radio the psych. I don't know if it's live, but if it's not, then well, sucks to be you, I guess. I'm gonna walk the dog. Don't forget RuPaul's Drag Race in like 20 minutes in the Discord. You can watch. And Spore is about that. I have Spore. We'll play Spore. Mento, I can promise you we're playing Spore this year. I will stream Spore this year for you. But it's only January, so we'll see. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm sending you the psych. I'll see you in the Discord in 20. Take care. Bye bye. Bye bye.